store. So maybe you just received your wall relief and you're a little bit unsure as to how to mount it on the wall. They can be very heavy and you want to make sure that you get up there safely and securely. So I'd like to show you how that's done.
The tools you need include a drill, hammer, laser level, wall anchor and screws, a drill bit, a Phillips head bit, a tape measure, and a pencil.
I'm going to use 2 wall anchors to hold it up and distribute the weight along the relief. So the first thing that I want to do is just get my level. I'm using a laser level here. I'm just going to pop that in place, and I'm really kind of trying to line this up with the top of the door so that the top of the relief is just about lined up with the top of the door. So we'll go ahead and get our level set, and then what I want to do, I want to go ahead and take a tape measure, and I'm just going to measure across here, and so it's about 38 inches. 38 divided by 2 is 19, so about 19 inches, and we can just measure across here even from the top, would be better. And all right, so there I've got a midpoint on my wall, and I want about 8 inches between the 2 wall anchors that I'm going to put. So I'm just going to go and mark 4 inches on this side and about 4 inches on this side. Doesn't have to be absolutely precise, but we want to be pretty close. And then just looking at the height, I think that's going to be just about right. All right, so one of the options you have, and this is not what I'm doing, but you could get a stud finder. You could find a stud, which usually studs are spaced out about 16 inches, and you could find a stud with a stud finder, and you could probably hang a relief with just one very long screw, maybe about a 2.5 inch, 3 inch screw directly into the stud. And I think that probably would be secure. I don't really like that method. I'm afraid I'm going to miss the stud, or I'm going to, potentially drill into something that's not a stud, like a pipe. So I prefer the wall anchor, and that's the method that we're going to use. All right, so I've measured out and I've got my spacing, and now I'm just going to go ahead and drill holes. The size of your drill bit is going to depend on the size of the wall anchors that you're using, and I think it's just a good idea to get your wall anchor and just compare it to the drill bits that you have, and find one that's just about exactly the same size and use that drill bit. So let's go ahead and drill a hole here and one here. All right, so we've got our holes drilled. The next thing that we're going to do is hammer in some wall anchors. When you're hammering in the wall anchors, don't force it. If they're not going in fairly easily just by tapping on the hammer, then you may need to stop, get a bigger drill bit, or just clean it up a little bit with the drill. But if you pick the right size drill bit, it should be fairly easy to get those wall anchors in. So once you've drilled your holes, then you're going to change from your drill bit, and you're going to switch out to, you could do this with a screwdriver. I'm just going to use a drill, and I've got a Phillips head type bit that I'm going to put in there. And then I've got a couple of screws. If you get a wall anchor kit, the screws should come with the wall anchor kit, and they should match up. These is a pretty decent sized screw here, about 1.5 inches long, maybe 1 3/4. And I'm just going to screw this in. All right, and I've left about 1/4 inch still sticking out of the wall here to hang it on. All right. Believe it or not, that's about all there is to it. So let's get our laser level out of here, pull it out carefully so you don't leave too big a hole in the wall. And I've I've got my relief, and I'm telling you, these things are heavy. So let's see if we can get this on here. And you'll just need to kind of move it till you get it level. You could go and take that level again just to make sure it's level the way you want it. Voila! There we go. Wall relief hung on the wall. Should be safe and secure, and really pretty beautiful if you ask me.